Hello friends, and welcome to another figure study, where we appreciate the form in Transformers, and today we are taking a look at Titan's Return Skullsmasher? Yeah, Skullsmasher, because of the weird naming issues that they sometimes run into with these things. So Skullsmasher, he's one of the Decepticon headmasters that I never really interacted with growing up. Just never really got around to it. It was always Brainstorm and Chrome Dome. Those were my two headmasters that I was all about. So this guy, don't have any real, nostalgic attachment to him, but I will say he makes for a pretty interesting alligator crocodile thing. Now, I'm neither here nor there on the dark green and pink color scheme, because I know it's an homage to the original, so can't really complain about that. I'm not fond of it in a general sense, but I absolutely get what they were going for here. I'm less fond of the fact that he's basically like an alligator wearing shorts, just because of the way that the color is distributed. It's like just this area back here is pink, and then this area here is pink, where it's just like he's an alligator wearing shorts and gloves. And that's just weird. It's weird to me. I'm sorry. But he is pretty nice looking overall. Paint-wise, got a decent amount. It's got the light gray bits on the rear hips and toes. Got a little bit of sticker detail going along here, which is not bad. Or is that sticker, or is that... I don't know. It might be painted, I can't quite tell. But it looks okay. It seems kind of unnecessary, just like having this purple strip here, and like this, I don't know. I feel like these particular details, not the Decepticon logo, but like the other two, are just kind of an afterthought. And of course, he's got his pink boxing gloves. And now this head I am absolutely all about. This is a good-looking alligator head, I have to say. I like the sort of, looks like it could be a cockpit thing here. I like the red eyes. I like the, I'm even okay with like the pink lower jaw and the fact that you've got these teeth that just kind of stick out when the mouth is closed, which is really cool. And then, of course, when you open his mouth, there's a fair bit of detail on the inside as well, like that molded tongue and the teeth. Even the roof of his mouth has some molding on it. So yeah, good looking, very good looking head. And of course, being a Titan's Return figure, he is covered in some really nice molded details. Even in the pink bits. Even the pink bits are pretty nicely molded. All the way down to the tail. Now, this, I don't know, like, I feel like this probably should have been pink, because this is supposed to flip up and make the handle for this back thing that comes off, and it's, that kind of stands out a little bit. I mean, it sort of works in that you've got the gray, and then the gray, and then the gray, but I still think that's just a big pile of meh. So yeah, Skullsmasher is a good-looking, aside from the hot pants, he is a good-looking alligator. His headmaster fits in this little thing here, and doesn't really fit in well, which is a shame. Come on. Exit. There we go. So, gonna take a look at him in a sec, but again, as with the other ones, it's kind of difficult to tell just because of the angle and the lighting, but there is actually quite a bit of molded detail inside the alligator cavity there. And just fold that back down for now. Him off to the side. I will say, a little disappointed that this guy does not have any pegs on his body that other Titan Masters can be pegged to, unlike a lot of the other vehicle modes, which is a shame. But stylistically, he looks good. And here we have, off camera, because derp, here we have Skullsmasher's Titan Master, whose name does not matter to me. And he is not bad looking. I kind of like the way the black and the green work together here. And that gold face does stand out nicely. And of course, you know, surprise, surprise, lots of molded details, which do look good. Yeah. I mean, again, nothing quite matches the amount that you get with Blur in terms of like just the nice paint job, but this is not a bad looking Titan Master. So here we have these two doing their thing, being a robot alligator and pilot apparently. So yeah, on to robot mode. So I am right there with everybody else who kind of wishes that these alligator legs would tuck into the back of him, but yeah, I have to say, Skullsmasher looks not bad in robot mode. The pink, I think, is a much nicer distribution here, where it's instead his legs and like forearms and hands, instead of like just that weird backs, like butt and tail section of the alligator. I think that works a lot better. And of course, you get a lot more gray, especially in like the chest there and the little shorts. So yeah, I mean, color-wise, I'm still not huge on the green and pink combo, but it works for what it is. And I think, again, the actual distribution of the color is nice. Now, there's the matter of this thing, which is necessary for his alligator mode, but makes for a really dumb accessory in robot mode. Like, you can kind of have him hold it like it's a gun. You can have his actual gun in there so that it's like a, you know, yeah, there are a couple of different ways you can do it to make it like an actual gun or whatever, but I'm not huge into either option. And I found that it's okay if you have him holding it like this and it's sort of like a riot shield, but it sticks out so far it's kind of silly. I will say though, there's some nice molded detail on the inside, and the idea is that this can be used as like a sled for Titan Master. There's actually a spot in there for them to sit down, so that's a thing that can happen. Yeah. But normally, like, one of the things I'll do to just get this out of the way is there's actually a little hole in the back of the underside of the alligator jaw. I just pop it in there, tuck that in, and that just kind of gives him even more of a backpack, but it also gets that unsightly thing out of the way, which is cool. And then he's got his little blaster, which is just the tip of his alligator tail, so away it goes. Now, let's get this out of here too, because screw it. Now, Skullsmasher. Yeah, Smasher, I think. He's got this weird kind of almost Christmassy look to him, just with the green and the bright pink. But overall, he does make for a pretty imposing looking silhouette. He's, you know, got the bulky shoulders. He looks pretty dense where it counts, like in the chest area. I just not a fan of these alligator legs just sticking off of his calves there. Like, those really could have been dealt with a lot better, I think. And they really don't provide adequate heel support anyway. He's got these itty bitty feet. I mean, not that making the toes stand out even further would make a difference. And here you can kind of see the engineering issues where he doesn't really have anything in here to provide support when he stands, so he can be a little tricky to get to stand up, but it's doable. So yeah, enough with the engineering though. As per usual, he is just all over with the texture, with some nice line work in the thighs there, and of course all that stuff along the alligator ridges and whatnot for the calves. Even some stuff on the inside that's normally pegged together in gator mode. He is not bad looking. And if you see a little thing poking out there, that's because his hips were very loose, so I just took some wadded up tissue and stuck it in there to kind of make that a little bit more solid, a little bit less floppy. So he's got some more texture on the arms there, and I do kind of wish that these could fold back a little bit further. But you can give him Wolverine claws, so it's okay. Some nice ab detail there, going up through the chest, and a little callback to the Headmaster little window that would give their stats. Nice detail along the arms there, and these little vent bits that are actually covered up when he's in alligator mode. And yeah, I mean, not much from the back though, unfortunately. But even the inside of the legs actually has some circuitry detail, which is, you know, it's still a gap, but hey, there's detail. And now we come to the head, which I have no, like I said, no nostalgic attachment to any of this, so I don't know how accurate it is. I don't know how worthwhile any of that is. I do think that that gold stands out really nicely with the black. The only thing that's a shame is the eyes are the same color as the rest of the head, so you just kind of lose them in the rest of that. There's some nicely molded detail though, and I do think it's kind of cool how, for whatever reason, they only seem to do it with Skullsmasher, but the arms of the Titan Master actually, the outer molding actually lines up very nicely with the rest of the head to make it look a little bit more solid and a little bit less like a folded up robot. I mean, the other Titan Master heads, they're okay in that regard, but like, this is the only one that I have that I've seen this seems to be an actual design consideration, where they wanted the arms to kind of blend in with the front part of the head, which is cool. I wish more did that. But yes, so Skullsmasher. He is by no means my favorite in terms of the Titans Return figures that I have, but I do actually like him more than I expected to, given the fact that he is a half hot pink alligator. And I have no attachment to the original figure, as I've said. So yeah, he is not bad. I just wish that his accessories were better, because this thing is dumb. Anyway, that has been my look at Titans Return Skullsmasher, formerly Skullcruncher, and whatever with the names. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. As per usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Any combination of those three would make me a happy Rob. And remember, art, even this silly little thing, is more than meets the eye.